11 at the time of this video. But this is the Mind Body Nexus, and I'm your host, Knowledge to Mind. See, you're gonna be dealing with individuals on this earth that are very empty inside. They're gonna use a lot of their worldly success to try to cover up that emptiness, to try to disguise it as fulfillment. You know what I'm saying? And you ones that know, that go through those trials, that try to ascend to a higher light spectrum of being, you're gonna have people that's gonna see you for what you really are. You just gonna be just yourself, walking, minding your business or whatever you're doing. Rather it's you walking in your car or you just minding your business. You're just a regular person, you feel like you're just a regular motherfucker, but you know that you're very talented and gifted. Now I gotta tell y'all something. The physical plane and the spiritual plane, which I'm gonna be touching on the Mind Body Nexus podcast, coming on the 1st of January. I'm gonna be bringing a whole new thing. I'm gonna be posting links and stuff so y'all can go to the podcast. But one of the things, I'm gonna be starting off with, the universe and things like that with planets, because you got some scholars that start off with the individual stuff and they work its way out to the universe. But I think it'd be better if I explain it, start my podcast and all. We'll start explaining the science of the universe and things like that, all the way to the individual man, and then you can understand some stuff from that. But I also understand that we have two cells, the physical and the spiritual cells. And there might be more cells, but from what I understand, these two basic cells, the spiritual nature, which is unseen, and the seen nature. So therefore, in the seen, what we see in the seen nature is something that was created in the unseen. So when you go into places, we looking at things from a physical standpoint. So y'all gotta understand that jealousy just exists on all spectrums. And the reason I want to touch on jealousy today, because in my life, jealousy's been very prevalent, been very consistent. Everywhere I go is a person that's jealous or envious, and it's becoming so unreal. It's like, damn, this can't be the world. And everybody ain't jealous, everybody ain't envious. It just can't be the world. It's to a point where it's starting to become sad. Then we understand that these little things that been happening, these conspiracy tasks, things like COVID and shit, and motherfuckers shooting needles up in you, they stealing your spiritual essence. And that's why people don't seem like they are right anymore. You notice that people ain't right anymore. The things that was once life, the one things that we looked at as living ain't living anymore. The things that people do, you look like, what the fuck is they doing? Or things like that. So we got to understand that on a spiritual nature, you could be a small guy, such as myself. But on the spiritual plane, you probably 7 feet tall, 340 pounds, all muscle. So those demons see you in a different form, so they fear you. And you like, I'm small as an ant. And I walk around people and they look fearful or something because you got a big spirit. But you can be around a big person that's physically big and over 6 feet tall, 300 pounds, and your little small 5 feet ass walk up, and you only 120 pounds. You look at this motherfucker in the eye contact, and he turning his head down looking at the ground. Why? Because he got a small spirit. So when people be like, why you walk around with, you small, you walk around like you got a confidence, because my spirit is big. My body probably ain't big, but my spirit is big, and my spirit is the true self, and it's manifesting in this physical plane, in this physical body, as that energy that I present. So in the physical nature and spiritual nature, I'm a giant. So I move as a giant in the reality. But when you're looking at this physical body, you like, why he moving like that? That nigga small, we'll flip him over. And not understanding, my spirit won't allow you to do so because I got a big spirit, which means I don't fear man. I don't fear anything what man can do to me. I don't fear drug cartels. I don't fear gangs. I don't fear none of that shit. I don't fear no motherfucking man. Why? Because man can lead the same way that man can do something to me, I can do something to him. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I live in the essence of fearlessness, because in my spiritual nature, my spiritual reality, I'm cool. You get what I'm saying? I'm abundant. So when I walk in this physical reality, it shows that I have a good mindset. I have an abundant mindset. I'm confident. I know things gonna change. Things gonna be harder before they get easier. But I understand that. I get blessings all the time. Then, I go through hardships and I get blessings. And I understand what blessing got to come to hardships, because that's what makes the blessings great when you get them, is the hardships. So, like I was telling the individual, I said about people was attacking me, throwing stuff at my door and stuff like that. I said a lot of these people just mad at the simple fact that they don't like me, and I don't care that they don't like me. So they're trying to do things to set you off and try to get a reaction out of you, because they really now they're starting to get mad that you don't care that they don't like you. Because at first, it'll start off like people doing something, they separate themselves from you. They always gathering up, huddling when you walk by. They want you to feel singled out. But then when you walk through this, okay, I don't give a fuck about what y'all bitch motherfuckers think. And they see that on you. You ain't got to open your mouth. You just present that when you walk by. I don't give a fuck about what these motherfuckers think. I know you talking about me, but you won't say it to my face. All that type of shit. When you move like that, then it kind of agitates those spirits, because those spirits dislike you for a reason. They dislike you because they want a reaction out of you. Spirits ain't don't just dislike you. They're going to dislike you for the simple fact that they want a reaction out of you. And when they don't get that reaction out of you from trying to make you feel small, they'll do some things so like physically attack you, throw stuff at your door, do things to get you to react. And then when that don't work, then they'll try to physically fight you. Try to start some shit. Oh, you trying to do this? I'm going to do this and do that. And I'm thinking to myself, like, what's wrong with you motherfuckers? Motherfuckers just won't leave me alone. You get what I'm saying? And that right there lets you know that the devil is very real. Like a motherfucker just minding his business. A motherfucker trying to start something. Now, if I was to snap off and take somebody's life out here, then they'll say, oh, he's a criminal. He's a gangster. He's a killer. That's the image that they'll put on you. But that motherfucker right there, see by himself all the time, he don't bother nobody. He stay in his books. And he really just keep to himself. He comes out sitting in nature. And he focuses on what he needs to be doing for his future and for the family that he wants in the future. Like, you focus on your own life right now, and that making them motherfuckers mad, that's miserable, that don't got a life, don't nobody like they bitch ass. So they stuck in their house, they don't come out, and they get mad that you like yourself and you come out, and they want to fight you because you like yourself and they don't like themselves. That shit crazy, ain't it? So that's how you know that we're dealing with demonic spirits inside of people. And people talking about this is heaven. No, earth is the training ground. This is really hell that needs to be transmuted into a heaven, because the way that we live in today is all a hell in this nature. Whenever a motherfucker can't come to the outside, eat an apple and sit in the sun under a tree and read a fucking book without a motherfucker trying to make an issue of them, we living in hell. I don't care what nobody say. We living in hell right now. This is hell. So you would sit there and say, oh, this ain't hell. And we understand the concept of hell. Hell is a state of mind. But if we live in different states that vibrate at a certain state of rate, that's why they call it states. What state you from? Because evidently that state of Texas, state of California, state of New York, state of Florida, all these states vibrate differently. That's why when you go to different places, they be like, where you from? Why you ask that? Because you move different, you vibe different, because you come from a different state of vibrations. Get what I'm saying? That's what they're not going to tell you. That's why they call it states. Because all over the planet, we got grids, and each grid give off a certain energy. And I realize down here where I'm at in the South, there's a demonic ass grid out here. So I understand, I done traveled a lot of places, and I understand more places I done been, I done made more friends in certain areas, and I done made more enemies in certain areas, and I done had more haters in certain areas, and I try to analyze it and understand that it's a certain state of vibration that I'm on, and I'm in the wrong physical state, vibrating on the state that I'm vibrating on. You know what I'm saying? That's like you going to New Orleans, and you a motherfucking Christian. They won't have fun with your ass. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to bash Christians. I'm just saying, because those motherfuckers down there, witch doctors, voodoo, they do a lot of, so that's a different type of state. The state of being. You get what I'm saying? So you will always feel like you spiritually attacked because you in a state of where people practice voodoo a lot. So there's a lot of energy floating around, which means there's be more chaos. That's why they have hurricanes and shit down there, because they be fucking with a lot of that shit. So we got to understand the certain state of vibration that we're on puts us in a state of being, and also puts us in the physical state where we live. Then we wonder why, and this is a personal example, like why when I went to California, like everywhere I go I have haters. That's just something that happens everywhere I go. But when I was in California, I made friends. You get what I'm saying? When I get back down here, it's like I don't have no friends. I don't make friends. None of that shit. None of that. I don't make friends. I realized, I said, because I was in a different state. So evidently in the state of California, the vibration, the state of mind that I'm on, they resonate with that state. Down here, in this state that I'm in, on the state of vibration that I'm in, it's an intimidation to these people on the state of vibration that they're on. You get what I'm saying? So which means the reason I'm having trouble, the reason you probably having trouble where you at, because you on a higher vibration than the actual physical location that you're in. which probably vibrates very low. Now let's go ahead and get this a better understanding. Say you live in a witch community. You live in a community, all these houses over here got witches in them. But you the only motherfucker over there got Jesus in your yard. You got a big old cross, and you do like that. All they ass gonna be on your ass. Why? Because you on a different vibration than they are. They on your ass. Who is this motherfucker that's over here with this white Jesus in the yard? You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what I'm saying, to give y'all a physical understanding of what I'm saying about physical states, things like that, mental states, physical states. All these are vibrations. That's why it's always important, especially with people that's gonna move places. Like right now, when it's with me, with my living situation, like I told the lady before, I said I would like to move to a place that's kind of resonate with my frequency a little bit. A place that people are a little bit more creative. They're very artistic. They're very expressive with their dress. When they dress, they very, you know what I'm saying? Like a place where people like to have intelligent conversations. That's the vibration I'm on. But see, when you put me in a vibration or in a state of being around people that talks about gossip, they don't like themselves, they hate themselves, they don't exercise, they don't work out, they don't do anything of self-development, they're gonna hate the fuck out of you because you are in a low vibrational state with a high vibrational way of thinking. So that's why you getting attacked and they don't like it. A motherfucker can have a Benz, a Mercedes, a Lexus, and all that shit, and they're sitting there and say, oh, I'm not jealous of you, I got this, I'm a manager, I work here, I'm this and that, but you still empty inside because that's the simple fact of the matter. If all that disappeared right now, who the fuck would you be? That's the question. A lot of people are the car that they drive. A lot of people are the money that they make. A lot of people are the women that they fucking. A lot of people are the men that they fuck. But once those things that makes their identity disappear, then they don't know who the fuck they are anymore. Because they don't ever try to tell themselves who they are before they have anything. Every day when I get up, I look in the mirror and I always tell myself good things about myself. Because I already know it's going to be people that when I walk out my door going to say something bad. Oh, you ugly. So I always get up and say, I'm a handsome motherfucker. You handsome. I always tell myself that. Because I know it's going to be a hater that wants to try to put in my head that I'm an ugly guy and I'm not. So I always tell myself what I think about myself. I don't let people put it in my head because people shoot it at me, it bounce right back off because I already put in my mind who I think I am and what I am. And you should do the same. It's your boy Knowledge Mind, it's Mind Body Nexus. I'm out. Peace.